dark. The moon hung low in the night sky, its dim glow casting gentle shadows into the candlelit room of the roadside inn. Sleep eluded the young witcher as Tavian's snores filled the room, reminiscent of a handsaw gnawing at stubborn lumber. Draping a cloak over his shoulders, Eldric stepped outside, his mind burdened with visions of his time in the astral plane. He took a deep breath of the crisp evening air and sat down on the balcony overlooking the hushed village. Among the shadows of the quiet guardians, a figure stirred. It caught Eldric's attention, prompting him to swiftly leap off the balcony and race towards the mysterious figure's location. Concealing himself among the bushes, he watched the figure weave through the shadows, ducking under a cart, vaulting over barrels, and slipping through an open window. Eldric approached cautiously, bending the shadows around him to mask his presence. Inside the darkened room, not a thing stirred. He remained at the window, peering inside to investigate the mysterious intruder. Suddenly, a lance of agony tore through his side, flinging him into a cluster of discarded wine barrels. "What the?" he murmured, feebly propping himself up against a cart. Lights flickered on in the surrounding houses in response to the commotion. Scanning his surroundings, Eldric's eyes darted to a shadowy figure perched atop one of the buildings. Its eyes gleamed with an animalistic ferocity. Eldric stood there, a crimson stain blooming across the white of his shirt. He felt faint and short of breath. "Bruxa!" he called out to the figure that now approached slowly, descending from the building as if caught in a seductive trance. "A witcher indeed," the creature responded, licking its talons, which then morphed into human fingers stained with Eldric's life essence. "Sans silver sword, sans vampire oil," it taunted, its laughter, a symphony of dread, filling the air as it stood before him. "I thought a witcher would be a little more prepared," it mocked further, its grotesque features transitioning into that of a breathtaking young woman. A sinister grimace flashed across her lips before she scampered away, calling for help. The villagers, brandishing torches and pitchforks, closed in around the witcher. Try as he might, he couldn't summon the darkness that would have allowed him to escape. It rebelled against him. What indeed is a witcher? Trapped as if a feral beast at show, the stripling witcher became the day's entertainment for the quaint hamlet. Females, young and old, cast their wide-eyed stares at his unveiled form, the grotesque wound on his flank taking on a life of its own under the bold sun. Their scandalized murmurs wove a discordant melody with the booming declarations of a man of the cloth, keen on brandishing the witcher as a creature of the night. The witcher, strength sapped and teetering on the precipice of consciousness, greeted the scene with a whisper of amusement, sighting his mentor emerging from the horizon. On beholding the imposing form of the seasoned witcher, the crowd dissolved into the recesses, all but the audacious priest. "What did this to you?" queried Tavian, his voice a cascade of gravels that sent a shiver down the priest's spine. "Stay yourself, witcher," the priest cut in, his voice trembling, though his warning fluttered past deaf ears, as the elder witcher severed the cage lock with a single fluid stroke of his blade. "Cease, witcher," the priest hollered. "This man sought to defile a maiden in the silence of the night. He must face trial and receive rightful punishment," he continued, mustering an army of curious spectators behind him. Tavian, however, remained unperturbed, his attention focused on cloaking Eldric's chiseled physique with a robe. "Bruxa," Eldric exhaled, his utterance a faint whisper amidst the clamoring populace. "Was it that powerful?" Tavian probed, hefting the younger witcher and wading through the now swollen crowd, their scorn and vitriol raining down like ineffectual blows on the carapace of a rock troll. Eldric winced, his vision narrowed to mere slits against the throbbing torment. His consciousness threatened to wander off, but Tavion's presence anchored him. "Talk to me about her. Does her beauty rival Serena's?" Tavian teased, deliberately tempering his pace to alleviate Eldric's distress. A weak chuckle resonated from the younger witcher in response. The duo left the hamlet behind, the vitriolic chorus of the crowd gradually fading into the gentle embrace of the wind. A solitary figure, a woman, stood defiant atop a clock tower, her tresses of gold waltzing in the breeze, a farewell serenade.